Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So we have an update to Kyrie Irving, you guys. So remember I did a video yesterday about Kyrie Irving not really giving an apology, but donating $500,000 to charitable organizations. And the Brooklyn Nets were going to also chip in $500,000 as well. However, the NBA is not happy with Kyrie Irving's statements, you guys. They are so unhappy. They have decided to suspend him at the minimum of 5 games without pay, you guys, at least for the time being. So we got this from TMZ, but this is everywhere. This is trending everywhere. The Nets have suspended Kyrie Irving for at least 5 games after the team says the NBA superstar repeatedly failed to fully apologize for promoting an anti-Semitic film, with the organization saying he is currently unfit to be associated with the Brooklyn Nets. The team released a statement Thursday night announcing the move a week after the 30-year-old 7-time NBA All-Star and NBA champion tweeted about a film, Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. Over the last several days, we have made repeated attempts to work with Kyrie Irving to help him understand the harm and danger of his words and actions, which began with him publicizing a film containing deeply disturbing anti-Semitic hate. The Nets said, "We believe that taking the path of education in this challenging situation would be the right one, and thought that we had made progress with our joint commitment to eradicating hate and intolerance. The Anti-Defamation League says the film promotes beliefs commonly found among anti-Semitic and extremist factions of the BHI movement." However, despite the joint statement Wednesday night where Irving acknowledged hurting the Jewish community and pledging $1,500,000 from Kyrie, $500,000 from the Nets, many people, including Commissioner Adam Silver, were unmoved by Kyrie's words. On Thursday, he met with members of the media and again refused to directly apologize. "We were dismayed today when given an opportunity in a media session that Kyrie refused to unequivocally say he has no anti-Semitic beliefs nor acknowledge specific hateful material in the film. This was not the first time he had the opportunity, but failed to clarify. This morning's media session was clearly the last straw for the franchise, which has been struggling on the court as well. Such failure to disavow anti-Semitism when given a clear opportunity to do so is deeply disturbing and is against the values of our organization and constitutes conduct detrimental to the team. Accordingly, we are aware of the view that he is currently unfit to be associated with the Brooklyn Nets. FYI, Brooklyn has one of the largest Jewish populations in America." The Nets continue, "We have decided that Kyrie will serve a suspension without pay until he satisfies a series of objective remedial measures that addresses the harmful impact of his conduct, and the suspension period served is no less than 5 games. The Nets will play the Washington Wizards on Friday night in D.C. Irving will not be on the floor if he serves the minimum suspension. He'd be eligible to return against the Lakers on November 13th in Los Angeles. But given Kyrie's hesitation to say sorry, that is a giant if." Story developing, you guys. Story developing, you guys. Another day, another episode of the Kyrie Irving saga, you guys. And honestly, I don't even know if the 5 games is going to be where the suspension stops. This could potentially be even longer, depending on if Kyrie Irving, because I'm sure it's not just going to be an apology at this point. I'm sure there are additional things that the NBA wants Kyrie Irving to do, but that doesn't guarantee that even if he fulfills these needs, that he's coming back in 5 games, you guys. Because this is somebody who is also unreliable, who is injured every season, who takes off personal time and whenever he feels like it on the team. And this is what happens. This is what the Brooklyn Nets get, you guys. This is what the Brooklyn Nets get when you bring in players who do not want to be held accountable. And when things escalate to this point, like we've seen with Kanye, like we've seen with Nick Cannon, when things escalate to this point to where you think you can say and do anything because you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars, except for the billionaires that sign your check are richer than you. And they are going to remind you that, in fact, you cannot say whatever you want, and they'll make an example of you. And this is what we have right here, you guys. And guess what? Kyrie still has this tweet up promoting the film. You can still go to Amazon and purchase the book. You can also go to Amazon, and on Prime Video you can stream it, you guys. It's a bestseller, you guys. The sales have shot up since Kyrie Irving has mentioned this film and refuses to condemn it, you guys. So are people going to stop going to Amazon? Are they going to stop supporting Jeff Bezos? Or are you guys going to tune in to see what all the hype is about, to see what is really taking place in this film as well? I am curious to find out in the comments what you guys think about this. And, you know, it's very interesting as well because there is a deafening silence amongst the NBA players, you guys. It's one thing, you know, obviously on Tuesday night, you know, Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley and everything spoke out about this, but they're in the media now. They are not active players right now, right? So I am curious to see either way what these players think, because it is a deafening silence. Like, nobody's come out publicly to condemn Kyrie, but nobody is publicly coming out to support him either, right? So it's really interesting to see that this big NBA brotherhood is MIA during all of the madness of this, you guys. MIA during the madness of this, but it is okay for people to punch their teammates, you guys, and have it caught on film and have nothing happen to you other than a fine, not miss any time from the team. That's apparently okay, you guys. Violence is apparently okay. Knocking out your teammates and then immediately after going on a losing streak and losing again tonight. You guys, apparently that is okay, right? So it's just very interesting, you know, what we pick and choose. And what's Nike going to do? Is Nike going to do what Adidas did with Kanye? Are they going to end their partnership with Kyrie Irving? What is going to happen there? Or are they just going to wait until stocks drop, like what happened with Adidas, and then be like, oh, we're going to sever ties? I don't think it's going to come to that with Nike, but anything can happen at this point. Anything is on the table, but it's very interesting to see where we go from here. If Kyrie Irving is going to, in fact, still be an NBA player this season, if in fact Kyrie Irving is still going to be an NBA player for the Brooklyn Nets this season, we have a lot to cover. And it's just a hot mess in Brooklyn, you guys. It is a hot mess in Brooklyn, because rumor has it they're going to be hiring Ime Udoka, you know, the coach who is suspended for the entire season for the Boston Celtics because of some alleged inappropriate things that were happening with one or more females on the Boston Celtics staff that we still do not have the full details of what actually took place. They're keeping that tight-lipped, but they could not wait to let us know that he was going to be suspended. So this will be very interesting as, I guess, a 5-minute, you know, deflection from the Kyrie distraction to have Ime, assuming that he is going to be announced the head coach in the coming days, replacing the fired Steve Nash, who I'm sure is celebrating getting a paycheck and not having to be in Brooklyn dealing with all of this drama and having to deal with the press and the media answering questions about Kyrie. So there is that, you guys. I mean, it is just a dumpster fire in Brooklyn right now, you guys. It is a dumpster fire in Brooklyn. I want to know what Kevin Durant thinks, right? Kevin Durant basically left because of NBA Twitter. He left the Golden State Warriors because of NBA Twitter basically saying that he went to go chase a championship, that he needs to win a championship on his own like LeBron did. And somehow he got the great idea that he needed to play with Kyrie Irving in Brooklyn. Somehow he came to that magical conclusion that that was going to be his way to win a championship on his own, and it has been nothing but a dumpster fire. And you could have called, you know, LeBron James. You could have called Jason Tatum and asked them what happened in Cleveland, what happened in Boston, that there is issues with Kyrie. But no, you're like, no. We're friends in real life. We're friends outside of the game. So this is not going to be an issue. We're going to hold each other accountable. Okay. And now we are here a couple years later, no championships, nothing to show for any of these shenanigans. And again, Kyrie's going to be missing time again. But again, not for an injury, but because he refuses to apologize, you guys. So there is that. But please let me know what your guys' thoughts. I mean, at this point, we have to ask the question, are people doing this on purpose? Are people intentionally fumbling their own bags because they don't want to work anymore? Like that needs to be a legitimate question at this point, because I have no idea, with all of the examples of all of the people who have made similar comments in the past and we've seen what happened to them, that why you think that you're going to be treated any differently? Why you think that the rules are going to be different for you? I just want to know. So there is that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys think of Kyrie Irving being suspended indefinitely? Because I don't believe it's going to be the minimum 5 games. I do not believe it'll be the minimum 5 games. And I will be back here to tell you otherwise, because I have a feeling that this could potentially either be the end of Kyrie in Brooklyn, or he might get traded, or it might be a little bit more of an extended absence from the team, you guys. So there is that. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.